Hey guys, this is Asmita. Today I have these very cool angel wing molds from Shop Resin Molds, and I have already mixed in my epoxy here, which is total board tabletop epoxy, and I've mixed in 110 mLs. So I'm keeping this aside. As you can see, I now use all the silicone cups, which are from a shop called Rainbow Heaven on Amazon. So I'll be putting them in the description box where you can check their direct link. I'm using various pigments from Eye Candy today, and the pigments are Icicle and Shadow Gray. So I'll be using one of these cups, and for the silver I'll be using this smaller one. I will be using these glitters from Laura from Asherelle. I'll be putting her shop also in the description, and I'm using some of these silver foil flakes from another shop on Amazon. So let us start with pouring some of our epoxy into these so as to let the glitter and foils settle. All right, so I'm not putting a lot here. I'm putting at least half of this for my gray. So if I have to say exactly, I think I have 40 mLs. I'll be just checking on that. So yeah, that's almost 40 mLs there. I will be using this small stick for my glitters. I don't want to use a whole lot, so I'm just sprinkling a little bit of that. So that is it for the glitters, and then I'll be taking some of my silver pigment here, which again are some silver flakes, and I will be putting a little bit of my epoxy into this. And I'm just mixing it. And then for my gray, I'm taking the switch off my gray, and I am reusing my stir sticks from the previous epoxy pours, and it always works great. So that is our shadow gray. All right, so we have some of our clear there, and for that I'm taking another stick, and I'll be just putting my epoxy in a way that the glittery epoxy is only on the bottom part. So my main goal here is to just keep that glitter onto this place. Now I'm taking my silver flakes and I have these different types of tweezers here, and with that I'm just breaking these smaller fragments of my foil. Not looking to put a lot, just a hint, and that is it. So almost 4 or 5 smaller flakes of this foil. All right, so okay, I think that's just the right amount that I was going for. All right, now let me put the pigments aside, and now we'll start pouring our pigments in here. So this is my gray. So what I'm doing in the background is I'm just making some space for putting my pigments and other things away. Okay, so this is our gray. Okay, and I will just start with the sides. And that's it for the gray. Similarly, so I'm putting rest of my gray aside, and now with my silver, the weather's getting cooler in the studio, so you can see that the epoxy is a little bit thicker than it usually is. So what you can do in such cases is that you can give it a warm bath and it will remain thinner. But since I work with this one a lot, so I know how to manage working this way. But for the beginners, sometimes they just think that there is an issue with that and they can't use it, so they just tend to dump it away thinking it's curing or it's not mixed. So that's just the characteristic of epoxy when there is a change in the weather. So similarly, if you are using a thicker epoxy in summers, you will find it a little thinner than how you use it during the during the winters. All right, so I have put my pigments there, the pigmented resin, and now I am using my clear. All right, and rest of the clear here. Okay, so we'll just put this much for a while, and then we'll warm this epoxy which we have already put here, and then I'll show you the effects that we are going to get. So let me just put on my respirator. Okay, since I was making a video, so I wasn't wearing my respirator. Now I'm putting it on. All right. Okay guys, so here we go. I will just let this sit down for almost 10 hours and then I'll demold these with you and we'll see how these turn out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.